We're honored to be joined today by many incredible advocates for women's sports, including the brave swimmer at the forefront of this battle. And Riley Gaines is a person that I've been watching. She fought hard. Riley was a 12-time All-American. Well, that's pretty good. 12-time All-American who sacrificed countless hours in the pool just for a chance at the title. It's so important to her. She gave up everything and just gave everything she had. But then the league forced her to share a spot on the podium with a male swimmer who took her trophy while the media celebrated this stolen glory. And Riley is just a tremendous athlete, and it was a very unfair situation. I watched it. A lot of people watched it. It was ridiculous, frankly. But I want to thank Riley. She really has been in the forefront. People that aren't that well-versed in this would say that she was the leader. And great job, Riley. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. With my action this afternoon, we're putting every school receiving taxpayer dollars on notice that if you let men take over women's sports teams or invade your locker rooms, you will be investigated for violations of Title IX and risk your federal funding. There will be no federal funding. So this will effectively end the attack on female athletes at public K-12 schools and virtually all U.S. colleges and universities. I don't think we've missed anything, but if we do, we'll make it up very quickly with an order.
A lot of this woke nonsense that the left has been doing over the past few years, maybe even a decade, a lot of it is coming back to bite them right on the behind. Because you see, when they go out there and they preach and they promote all of this wacky, wild stuff, it sets them up to easily lose, and it sets them up, or it sets the right up to have some easy victories. I mean, think about it. When they're like, oh, hey, we're gonna ban dudes from using the restroom on Capitol Hill. We're going to ban dudes from using the women's restrooms. That's not something that should be looked at as a gigantic win for the right. That's not something that should be looked at as a gigantic loss for the left. But it is. And it's not our fault. It's not normal, sane people's fault that we're here. It's the crazy people's fault. So day in and day out, it looks like the left is taking loss after loss after loss. And it looks like the right is getting win after win after win, simply because we're going back to more of a common sense standpoint. You guys understand what I'm saying here? Like me saying, hey, men can't get pregnant. Me saying men do not get periods. That should not be a right-wing talking point. That should not be something that's considered right-wing, conservative, or Republican. You know, I don't think I should have a crowd of people standing around me going, bravo, bravo. He says men can't get pregnant. Bravo, what a win. It's just a return to common sense, but a return to common sense in today's world is a devastating blow against the false reality that the left has created. But I'm sure you guys have seen the news. Donald Trump has signed an executive order to keep men out of women's sports. And it was honestly a beautiful sight to see. Trump sitting down, signing this executive order, surrounded by nothing but women, surrounded by nothing but young girls and young women who are in various sports. Kickball, softball, volleyball, soccer, you name it, swimming. All of these, female athletes and young girls standing around him as he signed this bill. so he can ensure that they have, even playing field when they get older, when they go to college, to ensure that they're safe and they don't have to compete against dudes pretending to be women. And this is what I'm saying. When you look at this and you see Trump signing this bill surrounded by these young girls, it's like, it's a photo that didn't need to exist. It's a moment that is doing unmeasurable damage to the left. And it's a moment that they didn't need to give Donald Trump. But they did. They handed Donald Trump some of these easy victories when it comes to walking back a lot of this trans lunacy that we've been seeing. But I want to roll this clip really quickly, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
Watch what I do, and then I'm going to give you some pens, okay? You ready? What a nice picture this is, huh, Governor? You ready? We'll do a good job. Wait, let me press that. I want to make this a really good signature, because this is a big one, right? Oh, I think we have a 10. We have a 10.
God bless you, Mr. President.
Pretty good, huh? I see that. Okay? Good. Now you're going to go out and win those events, right? Nice to see you all. Nice to see you. Great going, everybody. Nice to see you. Thank you, kids. Here, take a pen.
Thank you.
I'll give some of these out, okay? Take a pen, take a pen.
Thank you so much.
Now, I know this might sound controversial to some. And I don't want you all to get me wrong here. I don't want you all to misinterpret what I'm saying. If you know me, if you know my content, you know I am really happy about this executive order. You know that I have risked my platforms on my various channels speaking out against stuff like this. Every time I speak out about it, my videos will get demonetized. Sometimes you get angry people unsubscribing. It doesn't really do you any favors to speak out against this stuff. But it does young women a favor. It does women everywhere a favor when we add our voices to this fight to ensure that they don't have to go through this nonsense anymore, right? But I know this might sound controversial, but I don't think we should cheer this on too much. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like what I explained earlier in this video. This is just common sense. Not allowing mentally ill men to compete in women's sports, that's common sense. It's not something that should be looked at as a right-wing talking point or a left-wing talking point. And this isn't something that we should necessarily, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but it's like, I get that we're all happy about it, but I feel like in a way when we clap and we applaud and we get excited about this, it's almost an acknowledgement. I don't know how to explain it. I'm really having a difficult time explaining this one. It's like we shouldn't be cheering on just common sense. We shouldn't be cheering on, oh, hey, a woman is a woman and a man is a man. There shouldn't be any fanfare behind that. And when we clap and we cheer, when bills like this get signed, it's almost like we add some legitimacy to the other side. Do you get where I'm going here? Like, this is not an argument or a debate. We could debate about how much money needs to go here and how much money needs to go there. We could debate over if climate change is real or not. We could debate over if cops, show too much force or not. We could debate over if the economy is good, if this will be bad for the economy, or if this will be good for the economy. We can't debate over, is a man or a woman a woman. There is no debate. There is no argument. There's no side to the argument. There's only reality. And reality is men are men and women are women. Reality is it makes no sense for men to compete against women in women's sports. There shouldn't be a debate or an argument here. And when we rally behind one side and we cheer it on, even though I agree with what's going on here, it almost like makes it seem as if the argument is a legit argument. If the debate is a legit debate. And our side won this argument. Our side won this debate, but we didn't win this argument. I didn't wake up and say, you know what, I'm a Republican, and I've decided that men will be men and women will be women. No, God decided that. God decided the differences between men and women. I didn't. You didn't. Donald Trump didn't. The Republican Party and the Democratic Party didn't. So at times like this, we should be happy. But instead of cheering it on like it's a big political win, we should treat it like, yeah, this is just common sense. And I'll take it one step further. We got to start looking at these politicians, and we need to, and I'm not talking about Donald Trump, because Donald Trump is doing a good job, but we got to start looking at politicians, and we can't just say, oh, this guy knows what a woman is. He's great. You know what I mean? Because we have set the bar so low to where someone can come in and just say, hey, men are men and women are women. And people will be like, oh my God, yeah, let's vote for him. So we need to just come back to a sense of normalcy, and we got to stop, providing legitimacy to some of this crazy nonsense. And we just got to start looking at it like it's crazy nonsense. Not like it's an argument, not like it's a debate, but hey, you're just freaking crazy, and I'm not even going to pay your nonsense any mind. But with all that being said, let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.